When you are working so hard and not having staff, it just brings in a lot of stress for you. You as an entrepreneur end up working like double or triple the shifts and that's really stressful. So this is another consultation experience. I've started doing more consultation these days. It gives me a lot of joy and sense of achievement and contribution when I do consultation. So let me share that experience. It's about a business which was a beauty therapist, a salon business. The owners were Indian origin, running like 12 branches all across the UK. Beautiful business they have created in very short span. They had lawyers who prepared their first sponsor license application, and they had second sponsor license application underway, and they were waiting for the outcome, but they just contacted me. Why? Because they watched my YouTube videos. They felt they had some complex inquiry to make around sponsor licensing, which I'm gonna share on this video for free with you. So I charge consultation fees to this client. £300 plus VAT up to 60 minutes, but I will be sharing the content for free on this video for you if it's of any use to you. If not, it might be useful to many others, because my videos are being watched thousands of times. Even if it helps 20 of them, and if it's £300 an hour, my contribution to the society is worth £6,000 through just one video. And this is exactly what I want to do. It just gives me goosebumps. If my video is being watched by, let's say, 15,000 people and even 1,000 people being helped, then it's like £300,000 worth contribution to the society at no cost. Let's go back to the consultation about these owners of saloons. So they had 12 branches all across the UK. They had a license for one of the branch, and they said, what do we do next? So they had actually two questions for me. Number one question is, we want to apply for license for all branches, and the owner wanted to bring his brother from India to work as an accountant. He can look after the accounts of all the branches. I said, oh, this makes sense. It makes complete sense. Let me help you to navigate through your challenges. So first, I said, you don't need to apply for licenses for all 12 branches. What you can do is you can have a license for let's say one branch, and you can add other branch as a branch office under the license. As long as there is a common ownership and common control over the businesses, they can add as a branches within one sponsor license. So we have, let's say, one sponsor license and 10, 12 subsidiary, and doesn't need to be one subsidiary. It has to have a common control over the business, as long as there is a common. So let's say company A has a sponsor license, and there are company B, company C, company D, and company E. If we put all these A, B, C, D, 4 companies, if they have a common control and company A has a sponsor license, then company B, C, D can be added as a branch underneath the company A's sponsor license. So company A has a sponsor license, and B, C, D company goes as a branch underneath company A, because there is a common control over all these businesses, common control or common ownership. So I said, how about this? You have a license for one business and you add all other branches as a branch office, because there is a common control. So he said, oh, that's very helpful. The same time, there is also a risk. If you add, let's say if he is having one sponsor license, he adds another 11 as a branch. If something is wrong within one branch, he might lose the license for company A because of non-compliance, and that's a lot of risk, because you might lose all your skilled worker staff, all of them, if you lose one license. So this is huge risk. So my advice to client, likewise this specific client, a saloon company, is if you get 2 or 3 licenses at max, and then you add 4 branches, you just divide these 12 branches as 4, 4, 4. So you divide the risk across 3 sponsor licenses. You take 3 separate sponsor licenses and add 4 branches in each, and it makes like it spread the risk. You have 3 independent licenses. So let's say if one license being affected, you still will have 2 more licenses unaffected, and then the business can go on as usual. And the business will not be affected greatly if you lose one license, and you won't lose all your sponsored worker in one go. So this is what I would do, and I advise the clients, okay, take at least 2 to 3 sponsor license and spread the risk and add the branch. But same time, you don't need to invest money to bring in 12 sponsor license. That's a lot of investment in our fees and as well as the home office fees. So it did make sense. I said we can help you adding branches into one sponsor license for you. There is of course a notification you have to do via SMS, sponsorship management system, and they might ask for additional evidence of the other branches, which we can deal with in the fixed fees. So he was happy with that. That's number one. Number two is they were husband and wife on the call, and you can imagine they are working so hard. Wife was on a call while she was driving and then using of course her Bluetooth. I think they work very hard, and I had a great sympathy for them, and I wish, and they had a great shortage of staff working within the business. So I wish and hope and pray, and I would love to help them to bring skilled staff so that they get right staff in right seat and they expand their business and have a better life as well. Because as an entrepreneur, when you are working so hard and not having staff, it just brings in a lot of stress for you. You as an entrepreneur end up working like double or triple the shifts and that's really stressful. I have full sympathy for those entrepreneurs out there who works extremely hard. So this is the solution. If you don't find right staff in the UK, why don't you look outside the UK? If you find right skilled or experienced or qualified staff abroad, it has been so easy these days to bring overseas skilled staff for your business. You can have any business. It can be literally any business. As long as it's a genuine active trading company and the job role you want to sponsor for is skilled enough, ask one of my team and they will help you to find out whether it's skilled or not. And there is a simple process to follow. Get the sponsor license, get skilled worker visa, and off you go. Now going back to the consultation, so I helped him to answer one of the challenge. It was greatly appreciated, and number two is he wanted to bring his brother from India who is an accountant. I said that's fine. He said, oh, we have one manager in the business under this sponsorship license as a branch manager, and we want to bring an accountant. And so what's the turnover? So turnover for one branch was small. I said, doesn't justify. Why do you need a full-time accountant to manage one business's accounts? It doesn't make sense. Bear in mind, the job role you are sponsoring someone from abroad, it has to be a genuine job role, and there should be a genuine need within the business. So I said it doesn't justify the genuineness. But he said no, but he will be managing accounts for all branches. I said if it's 12 branches, managing accounts for 12 branches does make sense. It looks like a full-time job role to me. It does make sense to me. It looks like a genuine position. So I said, in that case, you want to add all these branches under the one sponsor license, and then of course then we request a restricted COS. Now it's called defined COS, and then once we get the defined COS, assign it to your brother, and then he can apply for skilled worker visa. I said, wow, okay, that's great. Bear in mind, if you are a level 1 user, you cannot assign COS to your close family member, maybe your brother, sister, father, mother, same-sex partner, spouse. You can't assign, or yourself. So what you can do is you appoint somebody else as a level 1 user which is not a close family member, and then they will assign COS to your close family member. This is how you can make it work. So it's not prohibited, but it's within the sponsorship guidance that you cannot assign COS to your close family member or yourself. But this is how it can be done. So the idea is, for this client, he will be appointing us as a legal rep. We can then also act as a level 1 user or level 2 user, assign COS to his brother, prepare sponsorized skilled worker visa application, and then bring his brother to the UK to work for this business where he will be managing accounts. Now imagine this entrepreneur will be so much relieved that he will have his brother as an accountant managing 12 branches, and he will then go on to something else, or at least have some time to spend with his family, where he will not end up working double or triple the shift. So that's the conclusion. Little bit more story than I expected in this video. I've shared my experience, I shared the tips I've shared with the client at a paid consultation. I hope it might help you too, might give you some inspiration, motivation to grow your business if you are looking for applying for a sponsor license or bringing skilled worker staff to work in your business. All the very best. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel And if you think somebody could be used with, could be helped with this video, please share this video with them, and they might share it with somebody else. And just spread the knowledge for free, which is costing somebody at least £300. This is free. So yeah, subscribe to my channel, like the video if you like the video, and drop comments if you have follow-up question. Why don't you drop comment, and I'll prepare a video on that again for free. So yeah, do that. Let's spread the knowledge for free for the betterment of society, and just contribute with the help of this video. All the very best. If you are bringing in skilled worker staff or preparing any UK immigration application, I wish you all the very best. Thank you for watching.